guys, and welcome back to another video. My name is Brittany, and this is Coloring Through It. I know in my last video I said that I was gonna do a supply haul after my last video about the pencils, but the weekend was rough. It was super hot in Missouri, and I just did not have energy to do anything at all. So I kind of just colored and, hung out with my dogs and my husband. So I came home today from work thinking I was gonna do it then. And then the night just got away from me. I don't even know what happened. I got home at like 3 o'clock, and then all of a sudden it's 9 o'clock and I have nothing to show for it. So I'd originally planned to do a video about the new Lingua gel pen packs that I just got today. I think I've said before, but there's 5 new color sets, like packs of 9, in like the original Linguas. So I got all those swatched, and then I was like, all right, I'm gonna do it. And then it was 9 o'clock and I gotta go to bed. So, so I instead have decided to just do a real quick video and show some of my PDFs that I've colored. Every time I color a PDF, I put it in this binder. I've been doing this since I started coloring, so like one of my first ever colored pages is in here, and it's a doozy. So we're gonna go on this journey together. They're not in any order because I've been trying to group them more by like artists than like timeline wise. So all of the ones that I did like in the very beginning are in the very back. So we're gonna go like kind of all over the place. So I'm gonna try and cut the glare down. I realize now that my ring light is gonna reflect off of every one of these pages, so I will just take the pages out as we go along. So yeah, let's get into it. So this is my first one. Well, the glare's not terrible, actually. I'll take them out anyway. Okay, so here's my first one. And this is Kevin Teo. Oh, no, Mystic. Oh man. Wow, I'm terrible. I think it's Kevin Teo art, but no, that's not right. It's not right. Oh my gosh, the name is like right there and I cannot think of it. But anyway, did this picture in January of last year. So this was actually about 3-4 days after my grandma passed away last year. So I'm honestly surprised that it even looks this good, because I don't remember that whole like week and a half after. Well, more like year after, but that's besides the point. Yeah, so as we're going along, the name will come to me, and you're probably all yelling at me because you know who it is, because we should all know who it is because it's amazing. But anyway, I would actually like to redo this page at some point, just to kind of compare to see where I'm at. So we'll see how that goes. And I'm going to try and not make this 7 hours long. So, spoilers. I should really just take these off camera. I'm not doing this very well. I'm gonna leave them in. I'm really sorry if the glare is too bad. Okay, so this one I did last year for Mermaid. I did this on May 23rd last year. It's my wedding anniversary. And this is Mariola Budik's Mermaid's book. I bought it on Etsy, and I kind of tried to do like an Ariel kind of vibe with her. I really like it, except then I went a little haywire with the white accents. I'll take it out. I can't decide anything, I tell you. But I liked it until I started, I like added these like red like highlights, or what I thought I was doing with highlights with an acrylic marker, and these are all fine, but I don't like this one in front. I think I only did that because like the hairline looked weird, and then I decided to like try and fix it by like the white highlights, and then her face just looks, oh, it's a whole mess. But the rest of it I really like. So I did like the glitter effect on her bracelet. You can see that. I think I used Ohuhu's. I don't write these things down. Maybe I'll start. And then I tried to do like a transparent kind of look. So like the sleeves on the dress, so you can still see your skin underneath. This is before I started doing a whole lot of shading. I mean, Mariola Budek's pages are like shaded anyway. But there's that one. And this one I did really early on. So this is actually December of 2023. So I'm super proud of this one. Actually, I followed Colorfully Optimistic's hair tutorial, and this is her Black Widow pink hair tutorial. And I am shocked that I was even able to do this, and I loved doing hair, and I did it like all the time, and then all of a sudden I just stopped. So, I don't know why. So I would like to go back and do that. I kind of messed up on her dress a little bit because I was kind of going for like a whole Carol G vibe. I don't know if anyone knows who Carol G is, but a friend of mine really likes her, and when I showed her the hair that I was working on, she said that it reminded her of Carol G because of the hair. So then I just went with this dress that she wore at some point. And then the bow, I tried to do the whole glitter thing. It was my very ever first attempt at glitter, and it's a hot mess. But I mean, I don't know, it's okay. But the hair and the skin look really good. I used Prismas for the skin, and like I said, Black Widows for the hair. And that's all Corey at Colorfully Optimistic, because her hair combos for like, oh my gosh, they're so good. So there's that one. This I'm like 99.9% sure is AI. So apologies because I didn't know any better. So I got like a whole set of like girls, like I think it was like fashion girl pages or something like that on Etsy like a long time ago. And this was one of them. So, but they're grayscale, and I was kind of trying out different skin tones and stuff like that. So I really like it. I really like the jeans, and I actually really like my white highlights. I think they look good. And then I did distress inks on the back, like around her. And then these, I believe, are distress like ink spray. I just kind of like held the page away from me and like squirted it and tried not to make a mess. So, and this was in April of last year. So I need to use my distress sprays more, but they're so messy. I think I'm going to try and put them on a paint palette next time. Might be easier. Next we have one of my all-time favorite artists, and you'll be able to tell because I do her pages all the time. This is by Mrs. Buttered, or Mrs. Buttered D. I'm not quite sure how she likes that pronounced, but this is from one of the many PDF books that I have bought from her on her website. She is unfortunately not doing PDFs anymore of her books because she's had a lot of people steal her digital artwork. Like it's like a whole thing, like all over the internet. But I have all of them that she's put out so far. She is going to continue making physical coloring books. And then if you are on her Patreon, she'll still do coloring books in there every month. So I'll still get new PDFs. I don't have any of her physical books. I've bought all PDFs of all of them. So I will probably I mean, I'll have to switch to buying them physically. So, I don't remember which one this is, which it's from, because there's so many volumes. I think she's up to like 13 or 14 now. But this was actually the first time I used a white gel pen to do highlights. And I went a little crazy. So I used Ohuhu markers because at the time, March of last year, I did not have anything other than Ohuhu markers. So I know what you're thinking. Yes, in a year and in 3 months, I obtained roughly 7,000 more markers. But yeah, so Ohuhu markers, and I think a Uniball Signo gel pen, and then some random glitter. This actually might be a Stardust, Jelly Roll Stardust. And then this is glossy accents that I tried to do on her goggles, but glossy accents and we don't get along, so it didn't work out too well. But I love this page. It's super bright and fun. I need to color more of her stuff because I love it. And I'm gonna like spoil all my pages here. You get to see 2 at a time. Oh well, that's okay. There's another of Mrs. Butter D. I'm gonna go Mr. Butter D. I don't know. Sounds cute. Love this one. So this is my first attempt at like the outlining kind of shading method with alcohol markers. Again, I used my Ohuhus, and the only place I put any white gel pen at all is in the curtains because I wanted to make little strawberries. And then I left the wall white because everything else was so bright. So, and then I think I did this during, no, it was April of last year, but I did like the rainbow paints and stuff. And then down here I have like the little like paint, like probably like little acrylic sets, but like the neon colors. And then I love this. There's a little pack of alcohol markers over here. Super cute. And then this cat, does that face not look like a Diane DeFore cat? Or like animal, like the face. It's really cute. And then all the pencils are here. I love that. So this was so much fun. Oh, and then I made the plant into a Birds of Paradise. And yeah, so super fun. I swear, if I had $1 for every time my alarm goes off, because I always record at the same time and it always stops my video. Sorry. Yeah, so like I was saying, I just love her stuff. She's the only one where I've bought PDFs and actually printed the entire book out and like put them into like a binder. So I love her so much. So next up we have, now I'm all crooked, sorry, let me fix that. Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy, which I did last summer, in July, and I love this one so much. So Harley, I went for like her Suicide Squad, like hair and skin, if anyone knows much about Harley Quinn lore. So kind of more, well, I don't know, more like New 52 era comic book Harley Quinn. I love Harley Quinn. My cat's named Harley Quinn. I have a Harley Quinn tattoo. Yeah, so we're, you know. And then her outfit, I did this like transparent kind of sheer thing, and her skin is super pale because in the comics, well, she was originally created as a character in the Batman the Animated Series TV show. So she was not actually canon to the comic book series. She was instead created for the TV show, and then like was so popular that they added her like storyline and stuff into the comics, and so she's like been around since like the 90s after that. But anyway, so like the whole story with the Joker, there's a million different stories of like how he looks the way he looks. One of them is that he like fell into a vat of acid and everything, and so that is why she is so pale as well. Because whenever she originally met the Joker, and I'm so sorry if you don't care about this. When she originally met the Joker, she was his therapist at the asylum that the name just gone, Arkham Asylum. And essentially he tricked her into like making her fall in love with him, everything, yada yada yada. So yeah, so she ends up like this, and then different comics do different things. So eventually she gets away from the Joker because, you know, toxic mess. And currently in the comic series, she's married to Poison Ivy. So I guess more went off of the Harley Quinn TV show that's on HBO Max right now. That would probably be more accurate as to what I did. But anyway, that was a tangent and you don't care. But I love this page so much. Like, I was so proud of myself, and I don't say that very often because a lot of times I just feel like I make a mess of all of my pages. But yeah, so that one is awesome. I used Ohuhu's. I usually use Ohuhu's with her pages, usually just because I print them out on my own paper, and I don't know, I'm more comfortable with them, I guess. And I hope that all of this is not too dark. This just looks super dark. Hang on one second. That's a little better. Okay. Yeah, so I did this metallic pen, jelly roll, glaze, Sakura glaze, black gel pen for like all the little accents and stuff, and metallic like on her ponytail and stuff. So yeah, that one's fun. We've been going here. Oh well. Okay, and next up, yeah, that made the glare a lot worse. Another Mrs. Butterdee. This one's kind of all over the place. I tried to make the whole like glowy thing with the moon. This was September of last year. I love the shading on her hair, and I love her dress. And then I made a boo-boo over here, so I covered it with white paint pen so that you can't see it. It was just like a black mark, I think. Oh yeah, it's because for the black, I used these. The Flare or Link glitter pens, and I love them. And the black is actually like a black glitter, which you cannot find hardly anywhere. I don't know if you can see that, so I used it like on the dress, everywhere, and like down here and in the corners and everything. And then I forgot that it takes 4 forevers to dry, and I stuck my hand in it. So there was like a smear of like black glitter on the side. Luckily well, no, that's not true. Landed in 2 places, here and then here. So then I just made it into a highlight and covered it up with the Uniball Signo. So yeah, but this one is super cute. All of her artwork is just incredible. If anyone has any of her books and would like to do a bud color, I would totally be down. So next is this Alice page that I did in November. I think I did it for someone's Alice tag. I don't remember who was doing that last year. But yeah. Same thing. Ohuhu markers. I need to fix this because it must be my Uniball Signo, but it kind of turned pink because of the red marker. You can see in a couple of spots, so I need to fix that. But I did Ohuhu, the Uniball. I put a clear glaze pen on the bottle to kind of make it look like glass, and then red glaze pen on her lips to make them shiny, and then I always put on the eyes too. Excuse me. And then I think I did, that's the black glaze pen for the A and the hearts. Yeah, and then I just kind of like outlined the card to kind of make it look white. Love that one. This makes me just want to like stop recording and go color one of her pages. This one's a little different, and I really hope all of this has been in frame. This one I did not too long. Nope. That's wrong. This was this year. I wrote 2024, but it was also 5 days after the first of the year, so I think I just kept writing 2024. So that's supposed to be 2025. Because I did this one mostly at work. Don't tell my boss. I based the whole thing with I think my Sanjoki alcohol markers, because that's what I have at work. And then for the rest of it, I went over it with Starjoy gold pencils. So I love my blackberries. I don't know if you can see that. I did a few different colors, and then I used a white gel pen, and then I like rubbed it off. Like I let it dry, and then I like scraped it off with my finger so that it's still like there, but it's not like as bright, because I wanted them to look more like realistic. Then I did the same with the raspberries. I don't know if you can see that. And my beautiful girl, it's that same gel pen. It's the same black gel pen, the glitter pen. Highly recommend them. They're super cheap, and you get, this also has nothing to do with the video, but I will show you my obsessive hoard of them. Okay, so this isn't all the colors, and there's like duplicates because I have like 17 sets. But you can get these on Amazon, and there's a couple different kinds. So there's the Link Shine, which is like this, and then there's the Flare, which I think are also like Link brand. But you can usually get them in sets of 10, and they're like, oh, there's a bug, gross. They are, oh, I just lost one, fell on the floor. Like $4 a pack. And sometimes Amazon has them on sale, so you can get like 3 packs of them for like $5. So every time they're on sale, I hoard them, as we all know I do. But anyway, I don't use them enough. Honestly, I use them the most to like sign the bottom of my pages. I use a different color of them every time. I don't know. But then whenever I do want black glitter, that's the only one I use, because every other black glitter gel pen turns red. So, you know. But anyway, yeah, so I went over all of it with the Starjoy Golds, and I'm super proud of this dress. I love it. It's beautiful, and I love her hair. And her little snail friend matches her outfit, like, with his shell. Love that. I kind of didn't know what to do with the grass and, like, the mushrooms. I'm not good with mushrooms, so I just made them pink. And then I didn't do anything to the sky. Just because by that point I'd been working on this page for, like, 2 weeks on and off at work, and I finally brought it home to finish it, and yeah. So, love that so much. And I think this is my last of hers that I have done. And I did this one just about a month or so ago. This is from her princesses book. And she has every princess in a different, like, aesthetic. So this is the cottagecore Snow White. I used the hoo-hoos and a ton and a half of, like, the skinny Posca, the, like, 0.7 millimeter, like, the skinny tipped one. And then I believe I used the black Ohuhu for the glitter, too. Outlined with, these look like Langlo gel pens. Need to fix this white again, because I I think at that time I was also still using the Signo, which I've pretty much switched my white gel pens from the Signo, which I used all the time, to... Where are they? Again, you don't care, but I'm gonna... I don't know, you might care. You're sitting here watching this, so what are you gonna do? There you go. Anyway, here's a full back. The Linguo calligraphy, like the plus sized 1mm, that one, or the Panda Fly white gel pen, and you can get a pack of 10 of these on Amazon for like $4, and they are amazing. They never skip, and they have a really thick nib, and I love them. So yeah, they're everywhere. I have just piles of them. So anyway, yep, love this one. Yeah, I want to do the rest of the book. This was the first one, obviously. I tried to keep all the colors the same as like her like original like classic colors with like the yellow and the red and the blue. So then I kind of carried it over here to the food and then this little page right there. So yeah, love her. I put that picture in backwards. Oh no, it didn't. It goes here. Yeah. I know this is not the quickest way to do this because now you have to watch me like fight with this. All right, next up we have, this is an oldie but a goodie. This is by Michael Deshow, I believe is how you say his name. From his Etsy store. I've bought quite a few of his PDFs. I think most recently, this is still so dark. He was in the Coloring Heaven Mermaids book last month for Mermaid. I actually don't have his mermaid pages, but I have quite a few others. This was done in March of last year, and I love it, except I went a little wild with the black glaze pen, and I kind of ruined her like little legging thingies. I mean, it's still cute, but yeah, she's so much fun. And then the background, I used a stencil and used, I would imagine, Distress inks. Yep. So, love her. And I really like her skin tone. I'm still not good with skin. And that one I liked. And then next we have this one from Pride Month last year. And super proud of this one. I think I like my PDFs more than I like my pages in my books. Oops. So I put the Pride like ally flag in the background. It was just like blank, so I added the stripes and stuff. I'd imagine that he left it blank, so you could add whichever flag. I think I did Ohuhu markers. Oh, this is like yellowed. Maybe I didn't use Ohuhu. That's weird. Doesn't look terrible though, because it looks distressed. I used a colorless blender to go in and do like the distressed spots on her jeans. And I didn't do a whole lot with this one. She's got some like glitter on her earring, and that's oh, and then the little highlights in the corners of her eyes and on her lips. Yeah, that was about all I did, so love that one. That's also Michael Deshow. I didn't say that, sorry. And he hasn't updated his Etsy in a long time, but he still has all of his pages up available to buy. So they're pretty cheap too, and you can get them in packs to make it a little bit cheaper. And next we have a Derek Hackersoy from, there's no date on it, but I'm pretty sure it was last Easter-ish, around then. I don't know what I did to her skin. I did all of the, shading with markers, and I think I just went over it one too many times, and so then I had to like balance it all out. So she's pretty tan. but I mean, it's fine. I liked the balloon that I did, and yeah. Her pages still kind of scare me, even though I know that like her grayscale is like, you know, pretty easy to make look good, but it still scares me. Next is another that I did last April. And yeah, I based it with Ohuhus and then went over it with Prismas. There's some Stardust, Jelly Roll Stardust on the butterfly. The hat I destroyed. And then I ended up having to just go over the lines with an acrylic marker because I just made it look really bad. But I like her skin, and her dress is really cute. I like the colors that I picked. So, alright, I always say this, so I'm gonna start moving quicker, and then I don't, because then I just blab on and on and on. This one was June of last year, and it was a buddy color. One of my first buddy colors, actually. I don't like the dots in the background. I don't know. I did too many of them. But I like the monochromatic colors that I picked. And then I think this is stickles that I did like all the way around. And then this is like a deco art galaxy glitter paint, I think. I don't like these. That's when I was still like getting used to using white highlights, so I went a little ham with it a lot. So I might actually try and cover that up with a alcohol marker at some point, but I don't know. I like her lips and her eyes. Both have glaze pens. Yeah, the red glaze pen for both of them. So that's fun. I like Jerry Cackersoy's girls. They're cute. And the last of hers we have from this year. It was March. I did this for International Women's Day. And based in alcohol markers, I think I used my Alta New markers. So these. Yeah, I think I used my Alta New markers. They're really cool. So they are a fine point. I don't know if I've shown them before. And then a brush. They're mostly made for like crafting and like stamps and stuff, but they work really well. And then I went over it with Prismas, I believe, and then paint pen, glitter of some kind. I don't remember what kind. I messed her ear up. Looks so bad because I tried to like go over to like actually all of the outline on her body. It looks pretty bad if you look at it really close, but if you hold it like this, you can't see. It looks great. And then I did alcohol marker in the background, but then I think I went over it with pencil because it feels like pencil. Yeah. So, love that little Rosie the Riveter. Very cute. Okay. And next we're getting up to the Deborah Muller pages. I did not put a date on this one. I think I did it last year though. I ended up covering up the background. There were some little things in the background that I didn't feel like coloring. So I just covered it up with a black paint pen, and then I went over the little diamonds with neon Ohuhus and then Stardust gel pen. I made her shoes like glittery, which I love. I love her hair and like the clothes, like the color combo. And then I made her wings like, oh, I also used that black glitter gel pen again. And then there's my open sign. I used glossy accents, and like I said before, we're not friends. We don't get along. But to prove my point, I bought this bottle last January-ish, I think, and I have used maybe this much because I have had to cut the flippin' nib down so much because it keeps getting clogged. And I have one of those like little needle things now, but I didn't have one before. But anyway, came out really fast and it like got everywhere, and I was like, great, I just ruined my page. But then I just kind of like smeared it around a little bit. So if you hold it at the right angle, you can see the messiness around it, but meh, that's fine. Yeah. And then, oh, and then I outlined it with a white gel pen just to kind of make her stand out a little bit from the black background. And I wish I would have put a date on there. I don't know. I think it's on my Instagram. Most of these are on my Instagram, so sorry if you've already seen them. If you haven't, check out my Instagram. It's also at Coloring Through It, so I post pretty much every day. This one was a buddy color with my friend. Who did I do this with? I did this with Kai. Sorry, Kai. And also Deborah Muller. And this one's a little wild for me. So I was kind of trying to do like a Navi, like avatar thing. I based all of it with alcohol marker, and then I went over her skin with Prismacolors. And then I did the blue glaze pen for the butterflies, and then the red glaze pen for her wings, and then her tattoos. And then I think I did just the Stardust over the top for the glitter. The background, I used a tempera paint stick and then just a gel pen. And then her hair, I used that same black. Oh, and I think, yeah, there's black glaze pen for her hair and these tattoos. And then I messed up her eyelashes. But that's fine. We won't talk about it. Yeah. But I like the colors. It reminds me of a Bomb Pop. And next up we have, this is from last summer. And this is also Deborah Muller. Don't ask me which book it's from because I don't remember. I really like my colors on this one because they're a little wacky. So I started out with the like blue and red here. I don't know if I'm not even holding this stuff close enough. Yeah, started out with like the blue and red, and then I decided that I didn't want to do blue and red for the whole thing. So then I just went with this like green and purple thing with like the roses. So like the outside parts of her dress are like the blue, and then like the inside and like the sleeves are the green and purple. So I like that. And then again, I went cuckoo bananas with the highlights because that was my thing for a long time. I have decided to rein it in a little bit. So I don't do it quite as much anymore. I don't like these. I have also stopped trying to add highlights in afterward with hair. Instead, I just leave, my dogs are tearing something up. Instead, I just leave spots open for like the white space of the paper to show through instead of, yeah. But anywho, I think this was just Ohuhu's and a white gel pen and maybe a metallic gel pen. Yeah, didn't do anything too fancy. This one is also super old. And this you can tell because there's no white gel pen. This was, this is from Jade Summer's 100 Kawaii Girls Grayscale coloring book. And I think I just did Ohuhu's. And I did a metallic pen for the microphone, and then for necklace, and then the black gel pen again. Excuse me. Yeah. And I love it, actually. Oh my gosh. I'm knocking stuff off. I love Jade Summer's Grayscale books so much. The Chibi one and then the Kawaii Girls one. I have both of them in PDF and in physical book form because I have an obsessive personality. So, speaking of obsessive personalities, I also am obsessed with Hannah Lynn. And this is the first Hannah Lynn, nope, it's the second Hannah Lynn page I've ever done. But this was like a month after I started coloring. So this was November of 2023. And I did this on or right after Thanksgiving. So wild. Yeah, so it's just all Ohuhu's, and I did white gel pen for just like the little spots on their eyes, and then her like glitter necklace. But the skin, their skin, they look like aliens. Oh no. I remember taking forever on this page too. Like I was like stressing about it because it was so like detailed and yeah. But anyway, you know, it is what it is. It's all right. Just straight alcohol marker, straight coloring, no blending, no nothing. So okay. So I love this page and also hate this page. I love this page because I love how bright it is. Like I love her hair and I love all of the different like popsicles and like everything. And then, well, then I decided to be a dum-dum and I decided to put, I decided to outline her lips with a black marker. And I don't know why. I think it's because everything else was so like bold and everything. And so I was like, oh, I need to do something to her lips. So then they got like super duper dark and it looked really bad. And then I tried to fix it. And then it just got worse. So then I decided to just cover her entire face with paint and make it look like she had ice cream on her face. This was like, it's like 3 o'clock in the morning by the time I finished this. And I was so mad at myself because I was so proud of it. And then I did that to it. So, I might actually redo this page to try and redeem myself because it is so cute. Like, it would have been so good. I did, like shading in her hair, which, you know, I don't normally do on my hair with alcohol markers, but I did and it looks good. And like, I just love it so much. And my little like popsicles are so cute. I love it. And then I ruined her face. So, you know, what are you gonna do? So there's that. It's also on my Instagram if you know. I'm gonna stop taking these out because these are just kind of like little piddly pages. This I did for a I think a reel that I posted. Just some socks. I don't know. It's from one of those like bold and easy books from last summer that, you know, everybody loved. Next we have a Carla Magana page. I think this is one of the only PDFs of hers that I've done. And this was with my Coloria alcohol markers, and it's so sad because they're closed now, but I love those markers. They have really pretty neon colors. And then I did the black glaze pen for her like fishnets and for her eyelashes, which I love. And then I went over her hair with the glaze pen. And then I did this like clear glitter brush that I have over the feathers. And then like glitter gel pens for her eyes. And I love her lips because they match her little outfit. So cute. I love her. And I love Carla Magana. Next we have another Bold and Easy. This was, I think, one of the like girl stuff ones. I'm sorry if there's a glare. I will try and make it not glare. I don't know if that helps or hurts, but yeah, just some like eyeshadow. I used my Crazy Pop gel pens for the eyeshadow because they're like, I don't know if you can see that. Let me hold it up. Oh, yep, there you go. Because they're kind of like swirled and they look like an eyeshadow color to me. I'll take this one out because I like this one. This is from Coco Wyo's Cozy Spaces book, I think. Cozy Corners. I think it's Cozy Corners. I have one of those. There's so many of them. This was the first page I did patterns on. This was last summer. So I did a pattern on the suitcase, the little like cow print, and then this little scarf. And then this umbrella, but I messed that up, so we don't talk about that. And then I've got a little Taylor Swift vinyl down here. And then I liked my lamp. I was trying to do the whole like neon thing, but I didn't cover up the white lines because I didn't know that was a thing at the time. So, you know, I tried. And that one's fun. Love a garage sale. This was one of the like fashion Bold and Easy books. I used my Marty LaPlume alcohol markers on this page, and I love them. This is from, I scanned, I have this full book, and it's like a 90s snacks, snacks book, like Bold and Easy. No, you can't even see that, there's glare. But these are the, Ninja Turtle, like, ice cream popsicle thingies that you could get, like, at an ice cream truck. I ruined it because I colored the mouth the wrong color. So, but it's fine because I haven't actually touched the actual book. It's just a copy of it, so I can fix it eventually. And then I went through a weird thing last summer, and I did, like, so many of these Chris Reiniak's, like, scribbles pages. And this was just, neon Sharpies. And a white gel pen, and then some glitter for that one, and then also same for this one. This one was just the Sharpies, and I think I did alcohol marker and then Sharpie for the outline. I also got really big into outlines last summer, so I outlined everything. Same with this little dude, and then I added some, like, glaze pen. So, oh, and then this little emo guy with his little unicorn, because it was so cute. This one I also just did neon Sharpies. I love this one. I'll take this one out. It's just a little balloon animal. Super cute, super bright. I don't know if anyone has the neon Sharpies, but they are absolutely amazing. And I thought that they were going to yellow, but this has been in here for like over a year and it hasn't yellowed, so that's cool. And then I think this is just super simple. It's just ketchup and mustard. I don't even think I did anything to it. Colored it red and yellow and then added some white highlights to it. So this is my I have this book in physical form too and in PDF, so I did the first page. I've done this page twice, so I did the first one in like a Snow White color palette thing, and then I decided to go back and do a Tinkerbell one. So this is my Tinkerbell, and then I added the like little ruffly parts on the skirt, and I'm eventually going to go back and do all of the like princesses, different patterns and stuff, but that's like a whole thing. So that was the last August. This one makes me sad. I don't even know if I want to show it, but I'm going to anyway. I did this last year when I was watching the Democratic National Convention, when Kamala Harris accepted the nomination for the Democratic presidential candidate. So, I made them blue. I did Converse because Kamala wears Converse. I put "When We Fight, We Win" on it, and it says Harris Walls 2024, and yeah. So there's that. I keep it only because I don't know. I don't want to talk about it. So anyway, next we have another Jade Summer. This is also in the, no, this is the fantasy, the Grayscale fantasy book, I believe. This one was just alcohol marker, and then I shaded with alcohol marker, and then I went back over the grass with with acrylic markers, probably the Arctics, I would imagine. And same with their hair, so I like did the highlights and stuff with acrylic markers. I like that one. Next is the only page that I have colored in Cozy Eras by Jade Summer. Oops. And it's this one, and I've seen people do incredible things, but all I did was just outline everything in neon. I think I used the neon Sharpies again because I love them. I actually just used them the other night too on a page. So, okay. Next up is a Joshua Dunbar page. This might have been in one of his Jade Summer books. don't remember. But I used some new paper I was trying out. This is like a Hammer Hill cardstock that the coloring chemist talked about, and it works really well, blends really well. Also used my Marvy La Plume alcohol markers on that. And then I think I did Ohuhu's with this one. It's also Joshua Dunbar. Just a little raven guy. He's cute. This was the first page with that I did in Fuzzy Huga for my friend Kai's project book group thing, Bobber. I don't love it. I did too many outlines and it kind of took away from them, so I tried to fix it and the whole thing. But I like my sky in the background, and I like the shadows around stuff, and I don't know. It's alright. This one's just a cute little guy. Just some peachy hand cream. I liked the blending that I did on the peaches, though. So, next up is, this one's actually Kevin Teo art, and, it's not Mystic Mirrors, it's Mystic something arts. Can't remember. Anyway, this is Kevin Teo art, and it's a little Wonder Woman little dude. Messed up her hair there, but that's fine. I like the rest of it. So, alcohol markers, metallic something on her sword, and then also metallic colored pencils. That's what I used on everything to give it like a little shine. Yeah. Glaze pen also on the eyes, because I usually do that on all of them. I go through a lot of glaze pens. Use them a lot. And next up is Kevin Teo Arts, his princess series that he's doing, or has completed now, I guess, because he has like a full book out. Alcohol marker, and then Prisma colors over it, I believe, and then some paint pens on the fire. And I did glossy accents, and they actually did not go everywhere, and they worked really well. I did them for both Pascal's eyes and Rapunzel's. Yeah. Love this one. Probably would have done more with this, like the wood, but this was last year, so. Get in there. This was my first Space Timber page last year, and this is Thai Sun, I think, from their Etsy page. Did a little weird color palette, but then I kind of just went for it, and I don't mind it, and I like the glass that I did. Mostly just Ohuhu's. These are supposed to be like those pink packing peanuts from, like, you know, back in the day. White gel pen and acrylic markers, obviously, for the outlines and stuff. And then the NASA thing, I did like a metallic pin. Oh, I've got another Deborah Muller back here. It's hiding out, but so we'll do another one. This one was also a buddy color that I did last year. And another Alice page. This is the Mad Hatter. And did like a pastel thing. So it's like Mad Hatter, but like make it pastel. And alcohol markers of some kind. And then I went over it with pencils, but I don't think it was, I think it was Artex pencils. I'm going to start writing these things down. No, I'm not. I'm going to think about maybe writing them down. I got more Deborah Muller back here. I swear I just stick them everywhere. This is, I was afraid of messing up, so I took a picture of my actual book and, printed it out, because I was like, if I mess it up, then I'll ruin my book. And it's that, Vitro, no, it's not. It's the Stitch, like 100% Stitch book. Yes. But anyway. This was also a buddy color. This was with Meg's Coloring Corner previously Disney Megs. Yeah, so this was a buddy color with her. And I like it. I covered up the black background just because it was a lot of the like mosaic, like stained glass shapes, and I just wanted it to be black. So, and then I outlined them in white to make them stand out because I lost Lilo's hair when I did black. It was gone. So, and this was last year. One of my Halloween pages. This is Deborah Muller, like her little witches book. I think it's like a mini book that she put out. This was another one of those. Brittany made a boo-boo with the glitter gel pen because it's the same brand that doesn't dry. So then I just had to make a star on her face because there was just a huge smear on her face. So she's just got a little heart glitter tattoo in the middle of her forehead. So, but I liked this one because it was real like autumny vibes, and then this one's just like all pink and like black. Liked it. So, this is actually 2 pages from the book, but they're just like together because it's like her mini book. So this one is, I'm gonna butcher the name, but it's a Mandine. Oh gosh, yeah. But anyway, got it on Etsy. The book is Freaks, I think is the name. Yeah, I love this one. So I left her face white, and then I just like outlined it with the skin tone marker that I was using. So then it's like all red, like that. Did red glaze pen for her hula hoop and for her lips, which I like. I like doing glaze pen for lips and stuff. It's fun. Get in there. Sorry for all my weird sound effects. Oh, this was September of last year. This one I did at work because, you know, sorry. Sanjoki alcohol markers. This is from the Coco Wyo spooky, one of those spooky books. Like, it's a grayscale. I messed up the background, so then used a black acrylic marker to cover it up. But I love my tombstone, so it's the first time I've tried to do like different colors and stuff, like with the markers. I liked that, and I liked her outfit and the shading that I did on it, and I love this like glow that I put on the hand, like the zombie hand. And then I did the rocks to match the tombstone. I think the same colors. Oh, and then this one too. So yeah, she's just like super cute, and she just like stands out so bright. So yeah, I really like that one. But mostly just the Sanjoki alcohol markers, and then like a little bit of glaze pen on the fingernails. That one's fun. This one I definitely did at work because it is on computer paper. When I print them at work, I usually just print them with whatever. But this was one of Hannah Lynn's Patreon pages last summer. Yeah, I love it though. Sanjoki alcohol markers and Uniball Signo, and then a metallic pen that I must have had at work somewhere. All of my white has kind of like faded from the pool. So, oops. I messed her face up, but then I just made it look like she had her sunglasses on her face. She had a tan line. So, that's fun. Oh, I think there's some acrylic markers too in the background. Oh my gosh, it's so scary putting computer paper in there though, because I don't want to tear it up. Another Daria Cackersoy. Not one of the little cute girls though. It's an Autumn Fairy. I colored this last year when I was watching the Eras Tour stream from one of the many YouTube platforms that I found it on. Yeah, so I was just coloring this, and her lips have turned pink. The white gel pen turned pink, but yeah, it was fun. I outlined everything with acrylic, with Tule Arts, And I think the rest of it is probably, I think, my Prismacolor markers. Yeah, I like her. Again, I love Grayscale portraits so much. This one, don't quote me on the name of the book because I don't remember, but I think it's a Jade Summer book, and I think it is Tiny Rooms, but I have the PDF. I did this one with Jamie. Finding Joy in Color. Sorry, Jamie, I terrible with names. Yeah, but I did this one with her last year for Halloween, and I like it. Took me forever, and I don't really know why. But there were a lot of little details. There was like a lot going on, which I don't mind. I need to color in that book again. This is also that Hammer Hill paper. I love it, and I need to get some more of it because I'm out. This one has turned all kinds of funky colors, and I don't know why. Wacky. I think I used Ohuhu's, but maybe I didn't. That's sad. But this is from the Fuzzy Huga book as well. Tried to do like the whole lighting thing. Put my light in a weird spot. TV is a little wonky, but that's fine. Yeah. Now it looks a little funky because it's all funky colored, but I don't know what happened. It's also October of last year. This one is, I believe, from the either Matchstick Autumn or Matchstick Halloween. Is there a Halloween book? No, it's the Autumn one. I did this also with my friend Kai. I love a matchstick. Lots of fun. Next is another Morgan O'Brien, and this one is also super early in my coloring. This is from Morgan O'Brien's Animal Crossing book, and this is Poppy, and I love her. I was obsessed with Animal Crossing in 2020. Poppy was my absolute favorite villager. I had an entire village of squirrels, and it was my most, like, my proudest accomplishment in my life. I loved everything about it. And then I decided to reset my island like a dummy and didn't really want to play anymore after that. But anyway, this is super early on. There's nothing other than some alcohol markers, and that is all. Yeah. But I, didn't do too bad considering. This was in December of 2023. I actually have not been coloring all that long, so I think in October it'll be 2 years. This one looks a little crazy, but that's only because I use the Crayola alcohol markers, and they didn't do too bad, but they've just kind of lost a lot of their brightness. But the weird thing is what they did to my gel pen. But this was also still the Uniball Signo gel pen. So it kind of just like turned the color of wherever the markers were. So like, that's blurry. Came in. Yeah, but like the stars, like they've kind of faded away, and like the waves and stuff. The waves I don't mind. That looks fine. This is from Southern Lotus's book. Something Ocean. Oh, something home. I don't know. But I did Ariel, obviously. This was November of last year. I think my husband's home. I think I've talked too long again. Now we're already in an hour. We're almost done. This one I'm gonna leave in here. It was a buddy color. Don't remember which book. I'm really bad about that. This is another Fuzzy Huga page that I did for Kai's group. Super duper love this one. Love all the colors. Dang it. Okay. Yeah, my husband is home. There's my Christmas page for that same book. I only have the PDF. I don't have the actual book, so I just print all of them out each month. I'm a couple months behind though. Sorry about that, Kai. This one I turned into Alice in Wonderland. Or attempted to. It's kind of scary. I'm gonna leave it in there. This one I love. This is from that Jade Summer 100 Kawaii Girls book. I think I did this for Halloween, or this was Valentine's Day this year. I also used Altening markers, gel pen. I think that was about it. I did a little bit of sparkle on her dress. I liked that. They're really cute. That was this year. I feel like this was like years ago. Yeesh. This was also this year. I've got a couple Hannah Lynn's stuck back here. This did in April apparently. Yeah. Oh, hold on. Don't know if I fixed that. Yeah, so this was, I think, also one of her PDFs from Patreon. And I did like a, oh, why did it turn, oh, I put pink around on her skin. I did like a pink outline instead of like a darker skin tone. I don't know. I was going for like a whole 80s thing, like Robin Sparkles from How I Met Your Mother, I think was what I was trying to do. Yeah, I really like this one. And I did a glaze pen and acrylic paint pen for her leggings. I liked that. Yeah, that one's cute. I'm really sorry, we're almost to the end of these, and then there's a few more stuck in the back. This one is also Hannah Lynn. I love this one. I did these like pastel, like lover Taylor Swift vibe clouds. And then lots of pink. And the like glitter design on her shirt with this like big bright star. And yeah, that one was fun. And then I think I used pink glaze pen for like the border for all of it. And this one, I always butcher the name of the artist, and I'm so sorry. It is Lemonade Citron. I found these on Etsy, and I love them. I have quite a few of her books. I don't know what is going on with the skin. I don't know if I did that or if they've turned funny colors. But the background, I used some kind of water something because it's all crinkly. I don't know what I put on here, but glitter with the paint pens for her outfit, and then I outlined the whole tutu in acrylic paint pen. And then glaze pen for all the little dots in the background, and for her lips and her eyes. These are really cute. I have quite a few of these books. I need to color in them more. And then I think, yeah, the next day or two after, I did another page by her. Them, I'm not sure. This one, I just did alcohol marker with some glitter, and then outlined it, and then I put like red on her cheeks, which I don't normally do, but I don't know if you can see that. So that one was a good time. I liked the hair on that one. This book I got on Etsy from someone that I met on a Facebook group, and she just has a bunch of like political pages, and I did this one because it reminded me of Barbie. So I did black glaze pen for pretty much everything. I used like half a pen. Those same glitter, black glitter gel pens on the rest of the boots, and then the pink glitter from the same set. So, and then just alcohol marker for the legs. That was pretty much all I used. This was fun. I need to color in that book again. It's fun because it has a lot of words and it's like just a good time. This one was my most recent Carla Magana page that I just did a couple months ago, and I didn't put a flipping date on it. This is from her Fashion Noir, Glamour Noir book, and I turned her hair into like cheetah print. I don't know why. Black glaze pen for her gloves, and I really like the skin that I did. Yeah. So that was fun. Okay, so that's the end of everything that I have like in these dang sheets. So now we can just go through these. These are all really, really old, and also things that I just don't know why I still have. This I just did it like in like 5 minutes, like 2 years ago. I don't even know why it's in here. I think I used Sharpies. Yeah, no, it wasn't 2 years ago, it was last summer, but I don't know why I cut it in half though. I don't know. This one this is by Alexander Franzese, but from one of the Jade Summer books. I did way too much with this one. I don't even, hold on. Anyway, yeah, so I just did way too much. There's something on the page. With this one, but I do like the paint. I think it was like a glitter paint that I used for the gloves. They're all shiny. And then, I did a brick, stencil in the background with like distress inks. And then the edges were all jacked up, so I just used washi tape for the edges of the whole thing. And then I outlined the entire thing in pink paint pen because I don't know why. But it's just a lot going on. It's cute, but it, you know, it's okay. I don't even know if I want to show this one. This is just a Yam Puff like freebie that I found on her website. I loved her and it was so cute, and then I tried to do this like weird neon like background thing and I messed it up, so then I just gave up. So there's that. Okay, I'm gonna save this one for last. Save these for last. This is the very, 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 very first Hannah Lynn page that I ever did, and it's a hot mess. I did not know what I was doing with the skin tones. I used, I think, Brute Fooner pencils, and then alcohol markers in the background. I don't mind the clothes, but it was her skin. And then this, I don't know what I did with her eyes. They look scary. But yeah, you know, I would also like to redo this one at some point. So these next ones are quite literally the first week that I decided to start coloring. And they're all printed on computer paper, and they all, well, this was alcohol marker, so this must, oh, Sharpie. No, this was alcohol marker, so it must have been like after I got my first like cheap set. This I just found on Pinterest. It's just Belle. Yeah, and then my marker exploded here. It's right, because it's a cheap set of alcohol markers, and I opened it and like the ink went everywhere, and it was like a whole mess. And it got on my wall, and it was the whole thing. But yeah, this was, I used so much on the hair that it's like crinkled the paper. But you know, for my first one, it's not bad. Next I did, I think I'm doing these in order. No, I did this one a couple days before. Also, found it on Pinterest. It's probably AI, let's be honest. I liked the hair, and then I don't know what the heck I did. This was my attempt at blending. So, love that for me. Don't mind the eyelashes, though. That was good. Maybe this blue too close to the same color as her hair. So then I went in with, like, this gel pen and tried to... Yeah, I don't know. But anyway, there's that one. And also found on Pinterest, also probably AI. If not, I apologize because I didn't know any better at the time, but I'm assuming it's AI. I did, yeah, alcohol marker, and then I think I went over it with pencil. And don't ask me why, because at the time I didn't even know that was a thing. Yeah, and then I think I did like a metallic pencil around here. And then I actually covered up the, like, veil with a white gel pen. So, this one I actually really still like. Pretty proud of it, all things considered. And this one is just this little teeny tiny grayscale portrait that I found. And I really love it. I made a mistake there on her outfit, but, I super love the hair and the skin tone, and, like, I think I used, like, 4 markers. I mean, if you look too close, her eyes are kind of messed up, but, yeah. So, I keep that one just as, like, a, you know, little reminder. Yeah, so that is officially, everything from my PDF binder. I do have more. These are my whips. Since we're here, we'll just flip through these guys real quick. I'm gonna go super fast just because you probably don't care. These are just my PDF whips that I keep here next to me to work on whenever I feel like it. This is a Sailor Moon color by number page that I found online. Pretty much just have the outline done. Think I used the Languo black gel pen for that one. This is a Deborah Muller page from her Women Wildered in the Wild Woman something book. I like this one. I just haven't gone back to finish it. So, there's that one. This one I've been working on for literally forever, and I need to finish it. It's a Herb Leonard page, and I was just using Ohuhu's. But yeah, it's just a little dragon D&D page that I was working on for my husband, and I should probably finish it. This one I stopped on because I tried to do the whole, like, crochet, or, is it crochet? Is it knit? I don't know. That whole thing, like, that's really popular, and I messed it up. But I do like my little bunny. It's cute. I might finish it at some point. This one I used Pit pens and Staedtler pigment brush pens. This is a Lenka Filanenko page. I like it. I don't normally use water-based / pigment-based markers on, like, my PDFs just because I can use alcohol markers. But I just wanted to try it out, and I didn't mind it too much. So I'll finish it eventually. This is another, from that same book, the political-y one. I don't really know what to do with the background on this, so I might just color it all black. But it says, respect my existence or expect my resistance. And I did alcohol marker. No, I did paint pens and gel pen, the glitter gel pens. All of it. That one, and here's another Deborah Muller page that I need to finish. This is from New Year's. I'm pretty much almost done with it. I just need to, like, do some shading. I did the shading on her skin, and then I just stopped. Because, you know, it's my life. So, I have so many things that'll be done so quickly. This... I don't remember where this came from. I have so many PDFs on my computer. But I did alcohol markers and then Prismas, or started to, for the shading and stuff. Again, not that far from being done. This one's definitely not close to being done. I don't remember who this is by either. I got it on Etsy though. It's like a little Sailor Moon page. And I just colored the moon and her bows. This one is a Jash Lee page, I believe. And I just colored this box. And I must have just said nope. But I like it because this looks like Baymax. And it's super cute. So I need to finish that. I think it's like Coloring Heaven book. This I just started working on to try out some different alcohol markers. And then I just stopped. This is a really cute page though. I need to find this one again. It's one of the spooky, cute books. I think it's either Cocowayo or Southern Lotus, maybe. This is literally just this roses colored. This is the Jade Summer Grayscale book, the 100 Kawaii Girls. This is my one and only Lana Green page that I've ever done, and it's not done yet. I got kind of upset with myself. Like, I kind of ruined it. I don't know. I like the outfit, and then I was going back over the hair with a black color pencil, but then I realized that was gonna take a lot of work, and I stopped. This is a Derek Ackersoy whip that I have no idea why I haven't finished it, because it would take no time at all. But she's very cute. And I think I did it for a prompt that was like purple hair last summer, I think. This is a whip for Buddy Color with Candace from Happy Catastrophe, and this is as far as I've gotten. This is also Jash Lee. I think it's one of the Coloring Heaven books. Yeah. I was supposed to have this done like months ago. So, sorry, Candace. And this one is from my raw sushi PDF that I bought from her website. If you haven't seen her stuff, you should definitely check it out. Really, really cute. I actually used pan pastels for the skin. Yeah, and then alcohol marker for the rest of it. So I did pan pastels, and then I used a workable fixative over the top of it, and then went back in with alcohol markers, and for some reason have not finished it. But I like this one a lot, actually. It's cute. I did add white paint to her eyes here, and then I need to do some like shading and stuff on it, because I ended up getting the pan pastels like everywhere, because I don't know what I'm doing with them. I think, yeah, I followed a tutorial by Colorfully Optimistic for the skin with pan pastels. I liked it, so I need to do it again. It was fun. Yeah, okay. So those are all my whips. I know I have a million book whips also, but those are all my PDF whips. So, yeah, I was gonna make this a really short video, and I've been talking for like an hour and a half. So, I'm gonna stop and probably go to bed because I have to work in the morning. So, if you're still here, thank you for listening to me ramble, as per usual. And if you would not mind liking, commenting, subscribing if you haven't. I'm getting pretty close to 600 subscribers, so that's cool. Yeah. So I will hopefully be back later this week with either a supply haul, a book haul, or maybe the first that video about the Linguo gel pens. So I will definitely do that one at some point this week. But anyway, that is all I have for now, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.